Level 1, the new hire. You passed the background check, the drug screening, and the medical evaluation. You survived 3 weeks at the TSA Academy in Glencoe, Georgia, training at replica checkpoints, with scenarios designed to prepare you for every possible threat. Now you're standing in a real airport at 4:30 in the morning wearing steel-toed boots and a blue uniform. You're making $46,000 a year with locality pay. That's base salary at Band D, Step 1. It sounds decent until you realize what the job actually demands. Your shift starts before the sun comes up because airports never sleep. You're assigned to the checkpoint, which means you're the person every traveler sees first. You operate the X-ray machine, the metal detector, and the full-body scanner. You're lifting bins, searching bags, and conducting pat-downs on passengers who set off alarms. The training manual said 50 pounds maximum for lifting. Nobody mentioned you'd be doing it 200 times before lunch. Here's what they don't tell you in orientation. You are absorbing anger that has nothing to do with you. A passenger missed their alarm, hit traffic, couldn't find parking, and now they're late for a flight to a funeral. You ask them to remove their laptop. They lose it. You didn't make them late. You're just the face they see when the stress peaks. 3,000 travelers will move through your checkpoint today. Most are fine, some are anxious, a handful are hostile, one will accuse you of profiling them. Another will try to bypass the scanner entirely. Someone will have a prohibited item they swear they didn't know was prohibited, even though it's on every website and every ticket confirmation. You'll explain the rules calmly. You'll de-escalate situations that feel 2 seconds from exploding. Then you'll do it again 20 minutes later. The physical toll shows up fast. You're on your feet for 8 hours with minimal breaks. Your back aches, your knees hurt. You're standing, walking, bending, lifting, and staying alert for threats the entire shift. TSA screens 1.3 million checked bags and 3.3 million carry-ons every single day. You're part of that machine, and the machine doesn't stop. But there's something else happening here that most people never consider. Every bag you clear, every passenger you screen, you're making a decision. You're saying this person is safe to fly. That weight doesn't leave you. Level 2, the experienced officer. You made it past 3 years. That automatically moves you up the pay scale. You're earning $55,000 now with locality adjustments, overtime when the airport surges during holidays, night differential when you work the graveyard shift. The pay structure changed in 2023. TSA bands now align with the federal GS scale, which means clear progression if you stay. Step increases happen every year at first, then every 2 years, then every 3. You know the checkpoint like you know your own apartment. You can spot a prohibited item on the X-ray screen in 2 seconds. You've seen every excuse, every attempted workaround, every passenger tactic. The laptop hidden under clothes, the water bottle tucked in a side pocket, the pocket knife someone swears their grandfather carried through airports for decades. You've also learned which battles matter and which don't. A frustrated traveler snapping at you isn't personal anymore. You let it slide off. But someone trying to bypass security or intimidate you into ignoring protocol? That's different. You've developed instincts that training never covered. The way someone moves through the line, the way they avoid eye contact or maintain too much of it. You're not profiling. You're reading behavior, and after 3 years of watching thousands of people every week, you see patterns. You supervise newer officers now. Not officially, but they ask you questions because you're the one who knows. How do you handle someone who refuses the body scanner? What do you do when a bag alarm won't resolve? You guide them through it. Sometimes you wonder if passengers understand what this job actually is. You're not here to inconvenience anyone. You're here because the alternative is unthinkable. Every single day, you're the last line of defense before someone boards an aircraft. That responsibility doesn't fade. It accumulates. You've watched officers burn out and leave for jobs that pay less but demand less emotionally. You've also watched others move up. Lead TSO positions open up. Supervisory roles. Some transition into specialized units, canine handling, or inspection teams. The TSA career ladder goes higher than most people realize. Transportation security managers coordinating entire terminals. Federal security directors overseeing operations at major airports, making 6 figures. But right now, you're here at the checkpoint. Another shift starts in 6 hours. You'll be back before sunrise, boots laced, uniform pressed, scanning bags and clearing passengers. They'll board their flights without knowing your name. You made that possible. Level 3, the leadership track. You're running operations now. Lead Transportation Security Officer, then Supervisory TSO, managing teams of over 200 officers at a major hub. You're at GS9, GS10, pushing toward Transportation Security Manager. 60,000, 70,000, climbing towards 6 figures when you factor in locality pay and differentials. You coordinate crisis response protocols. You correct improper equipment use before it becomes a security gap. You're on the radio with federal agencies during high profile events. The officers you supervise look to you the same way you once looked to someone else. You remember what it felt like on day one, overwhelmed and underpaid, wondering if you'd last a month. Now you're the one creating the environment that makes people stay. You care about your officers because they're not machines. They're people, absorbing stress and standing between threats and 3 million passengers a day. Some advance further. Federal security director positions overseeing entire airports. Assistant directors advising on policy that shapes screening nationwide. The pay bands reach KNL now, over 160,000 before locality adjustments. But most never see that level. Most stay at the checkpoint year after year, shift after shift. You know what this job costs: the missed holidays, the aching joints, the emotional labor of staying calm while someone screams 6 inches from your face. But you also know what it means: every passenger who lands safely, every threat you caught before it boarded, every officer you trained who didn't quit. They walk past your checkpoint pulling their luggage, checking their phones, complaining about the wait. They don't see you. That's the job. You made them safe enough to forget you exist.